Elizabeth, would you have Dr. Andrea follow up with Mr. Newton? I've adjusted his meds.
Sure, you got it. So is, everything okay with Franco?
Well, between you and me, Franco has his foibles, but nothing that makes him unemployable. Or unworthy of a date.
You talked about me?
Well, I can't discuss the contents of our conversation, but I can tell you what I observed. Franco is quite taken with you. And based on your reaction, I'd say you feel the same way.
I'm getting there. He's been a really good friend.
Well, anything I can do to help.
So the feds have no idea where the diamonds are, and that's why I'm going to take them back to the police, because they're evidence and Hayden will go to jail.
Actually, Dr. Collins, there is.
Need an extension, just a little more time to get your money.
Nope. Not gonna happen.
Would you try to understand my situation?
Don't bother lying. I know all about your settlement.
What settlement?
You made a deal with the Justice Department. When you turn state's evidence against your ex-husband, you take home 6 figures a year. So either you're holding out on me, or you don't spend your allowance very wisely.
If you would listen, I can explain to you.
Don't you bother. You owe me 3 months of hush money. You better pay up or else.
Or else what? Is it that time?
No, it's a fabulous time. She was just leaving. Do call.
I know her from somewhere.
She's got one of those faces.
No, not really. Oh, hey, you know what? She passed out right in front of me at the Metro Court.
Some people, they just can't handle their liquor.
She's Hayden's mother.
Hayden who?
Hayden. She's a person who's been giving Elizabeth a hard time.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Certainly doesn't take after her father.
Heather? How is it that you know so much about Hayden's father, but you don't know who Hayden is?
Enough chit-chat about insignificant people. Did you bring me a present?
I didn't. I couldn't afford one because, you know, my bills have kind of been catching up with me since I've been out of work.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they'll lift your suspension soon.
Maybe. But in the meantime, I have to ask you a favor, Mom.
Anything for my boy.
Good. Okay, so, I have this date tonight coming up with Elizabeth, and I really want to get it right. But as I said, you know, my funds are a little low, so I was wondering if maybe you could loan me some of your mystery money.
I know.
I'm not your personal ATM, Franco.
I know that. I just, you know, the last conversation we had about the family finances, you mentioned that your nest egg was quite large, so I thought you wouldn't mind if I maybe just dipped in for just a little bit of scratch.
Actually, my funds are in some ways limited. In fact, they're about to dry up.
Is that what this little meeting was about? Is Naomi your source?
Naomi's delinquent in her payments. And since I seem to be a permanent guest of this institution, she thinks I can't really do anything about it.
Huh. Well, then you should consider me your own personal collection agency. You just fill me in on the details of your relationship with Naomi, and I'll go get the money from her myself.